So Kevin Dobbs, I'm the managing partner and owner at Montclair Advisors, and we just had our 5th-year anniversary in April. And we help software companies transition to a SaaS business model. So we help them with strategy, financial modeling, as well as changing their operational processes as well. So we typically work with medium to large size existing software companies. So All About the Cloud is a great event to meet other ISVs. I was just in a panel, listening to a panel discussion about big data, which is great. I also was really interested to hear what some of the bigger players like Oracle and Google are talking about, industry trends. It's also a great opportunity to meet senior executives and other people in the marketplace and understand what they're doing from a business model perspective and what they're seeing. Yeah, I think what's interesting now is that companies are really not so much thinking about SaaS as will it come? It's now how do we take advantage of it, or how do we take advantage of the cloud? The reality is for the bigger companies is that they're not going to just completely flip their models. So what they're trying to do is figure out how do they create a hybrid business model where they can be successful in deploying cloud applications as well as protecting the investments of what they've got on premise. Companies like Oracle, IBM, SAP, they're not going to move their entire business to the cloud. But what they've got to figure out is how do they provide that value add for their existing customers who've already invested a lot in their software, while kind of taking advantage of how do they deploy quickly and get all the benefits of the cloud. Well, I think the trick now isn't so much SaaS. I think the trick is how do you make money at it? In the end, I work with a lot of companies who do a lot of different business models. I probably profiled close to 100 different SaaS companies. And I'll tell you, no two companies really do it the same. And so what you've got to do is you've got to figure out the model that makes the most sense for you based on the products you sell, the industry you sell to, and the type of customers you sell to. And the magic, I would argue, is not in the technology. I know this conference, I'd probably talk to people and they might disagree with this, but I think the magic's in the financial model. And I think how do you make money in a recurring revenue scenario? So yesterday was a really great keynote by Zora, and Tien, their CEO, was talking about 3 key metrics in order to make money and be successful in the cloud. And I think that's really kind of the underlying opportunity in the market, is not deploying a private cloud or a public cloud or multi-tenancy. It's really how do I make money at this? And my favorite use case in this is I talk about Dropbox. Dropbox is a 4 or 5-year-old company. Last year they had 70 employees. They were about $40 million in revenue and had 4 million customers. That's pretty good for a 4-year-old company. This year, when they raised this $250 million B round, they had $250 million in revenue, so significant scale in the amount of revenue that they generated. They also have 44 million customers, so they've added a net 40 million new customers, and they added 7 new employees. So the way to scale your business and become incredibly profitable, Instagram is another great example. 10 employees, they had pretty good revenues, but got taken out for $1 billion. So I think that's what a lot of companies are looking at now, is like, how do I do that? How do I transform my business? So if you're doing a complete transformation, that's one thing, but if you're trying to balance the two, that's even harder. But I think you're going to see more and more examples of companies who are getting out into the market, who are getting this kind of leverage out of their platform and their business model.